Hello, good morning, and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. We have two famous rye whiskeys. I guess the more famous one is the Sazerac Rye. You see it in a lot of stores. This was introduced about, well, it's hard to say, about 2010. Distilled, aged, and bottled for Sazerac Company, New Orleans, Louisiana, by Buffalo Trace Distillery, Frankfort, Kentucky. Well, yeah, Buffalo Trace makes this for Sazerac. There's only one little issue there. Buffalo Trace is owned by Sazerac, so it's part of the company making it for the parent company. All right, this is distilled in New Orleans and in Kentucky. Distilled and aged in New Orleans and Frankfort, Kentucky, but it's all bottled in Kentucky. As at this time, there's no bottling plant in New Orleans. There is a small distillery on the corner of Canal Street and Magazine Street. All right, so there it is. Go clean off the bottleneck a little bit. So if you look on the Sazerac.com website, or if you look up Buffalo Trace Distillery, they talk about it on both websites. Beer Hounds. Well, hello there, young man. Well, I'm not young. I'm middle-aged, but thanks for watching. Here is the competitor, Crown Royal Northern Harvest Rye, introduced in 2015. It's not real widespread. It's on their website. You'll see it here and there, but it seems to be fading in popularity. Maybe they'll discontinue it. I don't know. They might keep it around. It's probably not costing them a whole lot. Northern Harvest Rye, 90% rye. Sazerac undisclosed. Both 90 proof. Age, no age statement on either one. How old are they? We don't know. This is straight rye whiskey, meaning it's aged at least 2 years in new barrels. So we know that much. We know it's aged at least 2 years in new, never before used charred oak barrels. Beyond that, we don't know. But since there's no age statement, that means we know it's aged at least 4 years, right? So that gives us some more information. We know it's aged at least 4 years. Is it older than 4 years? Some people say 6, but that's just conjecture. We don't know. Crown Royal, we don't know. We know it's aged at least 3 years because all Canadian whiskey must be aged at least 3 years. Crown Royal Northern Harvest Rye. Typical green rye whiskeys typically use a green label. Don't know why. It's like light beer uses blue and silver for some reason, generally. Not always, but generally. All right. Oh, price. Beer Hounds. Crown's going down hard. You're 51? Okay. I'm 53, so. Anyway, I do remember 1971, no joke. I can remember. That's the first year I can really remember. Well, like when I turned 3 years old, that's pretty much I can remember everything since then. You know what I'm saying? Like before 3, it's kind of off and on memory. I can remember things, but not like every day. But from 3 years old to today, I could just kind of like remember it, like a continuous memory. I look way older. What the fruit cake? Well, you don't look way older. You don't look a day over 50. You don't look a day over 50. 50. All right. $17.99. I bought a second bottle. The first bottle was more, but everybody had it on sale. Oh wait, I didn't buy the first bottle. Sonia gave it to me. Thank you, Sonia. She said I'm not going to drink it, so I said I'll take care of it, and she gave it to me unopened too, which I appreciated. But I bought this for $17.99. Some people tell me they pay $50 for it, but in Louisiana, you can always get it for $17.99. At the worst case scenario, $19.99. And Mathern's right now is selling barrel pick. barrel pick Sazerac Rye with, you know, a little, what you say, sticker on it saying barrel pick for Mathern's Market. Just like Savannah Discount had barrel pick Crown Royal. They had Crown Royal barrel pick. But I mean, I don't get into all of that, but some people like it. It's like special. But there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying everybody else is not going to be able to drink the barrel pick that view the videos, so I'm not going to buy specific things like that. But everybody that watches this can track down Crown Royal Northern Harvest Rye almost assuredly. It may take you a little effort, but you'll find it. Sazerac Rye, same thing. You can, I assume everybody can find it. I paid $15.99. You say $15.99? No, it's $30. Yeah, I know. But I paid $15.99. Sounds crazy, but it's the truth. I went to Discount Depot, and I wasn't even looking for this. I was just looking around, you know, like I do when I go over there, just rooting around. Crown equals you. Sazerac is going to eat Crown's lunch. I would not necessarily say that. So I was at Savannah Discount looking around. Morning, Ronald, says Hector. I should join on Friday. I just picked up a webcam and microphone for my computer. Yeah, get a Martin for tomorrow night at 7:20 Eastern, and then get a liqueur. I still got to go through my old party bucket. I got 10 bottles left. I decided that when I pull one I've already had, I'll just repeat. When I get to the end, I'll just do repeats because there's no other time I'm going to want to drink them. No. All right. So I was just rooting around and Discount Depot like I normally do, not looking for anything in particular. You know, so I was just sitting there thinking, you know, how sometimes you sit there, you just be thinking about things, but yet at the same time thinking about nothing at all. And so then the lady came in and she's like, you know, like, Ronald, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, nothing. I was like, just give me a Pepsi. And she's like, no, you're on drugs. You're on drugs. I was like, no, I'm not on drugs. Just give me a Pepsi. And she wouldn't get it for me, you know. So how is the roof on your house? The roof on my house is fine. It's the front porch roof. It's flat. And you see, I need somebody to do the flat roof. It wouldn't take them 2 hours. I don't think. It just, you cannot get these roofers out here. So anyway, all I wanted was a Pepsi, you know. But so I saw this for $15.99, and I was like, wow, I'll buy it. A bottle of Crown Royal Northern Harvest Rye, $15.99. You got it, man. So then the winner takes on Kessler. Well, that would be cross styling. I don't cross style. I'm not going to do American blended versus Canadian or North American rye. Any North American rye. Later on, I realized I bought a liter bottle. I said, wait, this is a whole liter for $15.99. So then we talking about it's like $35 if you buy a liter, if you don't pay $40. So it's incredible. So I was like, wow, this big old bottle. CR, Crown Royal. Time to roll. Time to read. All right. You go in there. So was this the greatest whiskey deal ever for me? Certainly one of the greatest. I guess the greatest was the Gibson's Finest Rare, a 1,750 milliliter bottle with the cork, not particle board, but real cork. Glass, all glass, no plastic, for $9.99 at Savannah Discount. $9.99. I had people in Canada tell me, dude, that's $65 in Canada. That's $65 in Canada. So in U.S. money, like $60. I said, look, I can't explain it. I saw it and I bought it. I don't really like it too much. It's like one of my least favorite or least enjoyable Canadian whiskeys. I'm sorry. It's supposed to be so fancy from Gibson's, like, oh, it's so wonderful. You know, Gibson's not a company. It's from Grant's, William Grant and Sons. But to me, I didn't like it, you know. But the first time I tried it, I liked it. But then when I put it into taste challenges, it was like a Tragic Kingdom. Gwen Stefani couldn't have. So but still, some people loved it. You understand? Some people love Europe. Some people love Europe. So, you feel me? Some people love it, Europe. So I paid $9.99 for that huge bottle. That's a good price for a bourbon. I know. Morning, Ron. Morning to you, Maxwell. And this has a real cork. This is not some press board. This is real. This is a real hunk of cork, which needs to be moisturized because it's dry as a bone. All I do is leave it out on the counter. It'll get moisturized with this humidity. I got my windows open, but it's so humid. I feel like I just got out the shower because it's like steam in the air, but it's actually just the air. So you might say, don't go outside, you'll get sweaty. I'll get sweaty just sitting here. If I, in this kind of humidity, I can sit on the porch and be sweating. But you don't worry about it. You know, it's just like, what can you do? And then the rain's going to come, and then I got this roof that needs to be replaced. If those guys would have shown up yesterday and done the job, it would all be, they were supposed to come. They said, we're going to be there first thing in the morning. I went to work, and I at work thing, I said, I hope they were working on the roof. I got home, I could see it wasn't done. So my contractor, he's the head guy. He lives next door. He called him. What's going on? Oh, all my guys went out and got drunk last night. They weren't, my crew didn't show up. That's what he said. They all went out and got drunk. Is that a true story? Maybe it's just a lie. That's a lie, Pee Wee. You know, so I don't know if the guy's telling the truth or if he's lying. It seems likely because that is sort of like the culture of the construction workers. As soon as you get paid, you go get drunk and gamble it all away. That used to happen during the gold rush. These guys go up to Canada, Yukon territory. They might have made $100,000 in our money, you know, in 1 year, make $100,000, but they come back owing money or with $10 because they had no kind of self-control. There were ballrooms opened up all over Yukon, you know, during the gold rush. And it's all just, there's nothing there. It's all gone. And casinos. So they went up there, get paid, get drunk, gamble it all away. And they never made any progress. I know people like that now. They're not construction workers, but, you know, that is a kind of a common, you say that's a stereotype. It's a stereotype. I know it's a stereotype. I know about stereotypes. I used to teach psychology. We had a whole chapter on that. I did a video on stereotypes. So you're telling me what I already know. You say to me, what is this? What do you think about stereotypes? What do I think about stereotypes? You mean Jensen, Sanyo, Emerson? You know, I don't know which one you're talking about. Well, they're a heuristic. Stereotypes are a heuristic. This one is amber, and this one is waves of green. No, this one is gold. More gold than amber, and this is more amber than gold. So is the appearance different? Yeah, the Sazerac is darker. It's darker, darling. Tell us what's what. Don't get us confused. I'm confused myself. The man is clear in his mind, but his soul is mad. The man's he's a poet warrior in the classic sense. He hates all this. He hates it, but the man's he reads poetry out loud in a voice. A voice. He likes you because you're still alive. He's got plans for you. What am I going to do when he's gone? It dies. He dies. It dies. What are they going to say about him? What are they going to say? That he was a kind man. He was a wise man. He had plans. He had wisdom. My poetry comes from 6 strings. Oh, yes, I've noticed. The man's a poet warrior in the classic sense. All right. I should have been a pair of ragged claws scuttling across silent seas. Wait a minute. Don't go. I want to get a picture. All right. Well, man, he's gone away. He's out there with his people. He forgets himself with his people. He forgets himself. All right. Wow, this smells like heaven had come down to earth in the form of gardenias. It's minty, it's rye. It's standard. What I mean to say, just get a bunch of rye whiskeys and try them. And just think about an average of all of them. And that's what this is. You know, it's an average. So what am I saying? That it's a stereotypically aromaed rye. Yeah, the aroma is stereotypical rye. It's Crown. It might be Crown because Crown Royal always tastes and smells standard. I don't want to say basic, but just standard. But I could be wrong because I was wrong yesterday. I went through all of this. Oh, let's develop it. Let's bring it down. Let's progress. Let's use scientific analysis, you know. Great. That's great. Havana's great. But I didn't know how to say banana daiquiri. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know how. I was using scientific analysis, but what I wound up with was cognitive dissonance because I had them confused. I thought the old overhaul red cap 986 proof was the Crown Royal, and the Crown Royal Northern Harvest Rye was the old overhaul. So I was very shook. Run of the mill. Crown is run of the mill, if even that. Okay, well, they've got Crown Royal haters out there. There's no doubt. If I do a Crown Royal video, you're going to always have some people that's going to just get angry, you know, or hostile. Like, really? If I do Budweiser, same thing. They'll run up. I hate Budweiser. Just to let you know, I hate it. Okay. I don't know why you felt compelled to run across the room and tell us all that, but we get it. It's like if you say Grateful Dead, you're just talking, you're at a dinner party, you know, at a cocktail party, and you're talking to some guys, yeah, Grateful Dead, and somebody will run across the room and say, Grateful Dead, I hate them. I hate them. It's like, well, we weren't even talking to you. Yeah, but I hate them. I hate them. Okay. It's that kind of reaction. If you said Casey and the Sunshine Band, then I could run across the room and go crazy. I don't like the mouthfeel or Crown mostly. It's so slimy. What? Aroma. I'm not detecting a whole lot of disparity. I don't know. This smells cleaner, like clean, like clean. Hey, clean. And maybe there's more pepperiness in the nose. You know, that rye whiskey peppery spice minty thing. This is more like dense or old or something. Maybe it's the rye from Sazerac. But on aroma, I couldn't tell them apart. Honestly, I don't know. I just don't know. Not gonna act like I do. All right, taste. Thank you. I can't really compare price right now because, oh, that's so minty and good. I don't want to talk about price in this one because my prices are so off the scale for these two of what you're going to pay that it's no use even talking about. Because I think y'all going to pay way more than $17.99 for Sazerac Rye, and you're definitely going to pay more than $15.99 for a liter of Crown Royal Northern Harvest Rye. So let's just forget about price point at this particular time because it's so irrelevant and so off the chart, detached from reality, in a normal reality. I live in an alternative reality called Louisiana when it comes to liquor. Now, with beer, I'm going to tell you, our beer prices are not that good. People in Illinois will tell me, oh, man, I pay $15.99 for a 30-pack, and I'm paying $19.99 for the same 30-pack. Louisiana beer prices are not that good. They're probably a little higher than average. Wine, well, I don't know. I really don't. I couldn't tell you at all, actually. But our liquor prices can be suspiciously low. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's just low. It's like you start thinking, wait a minute, something's not on the up and up with this, you know. But I'm not gonna say too much because I want to keep taking advantage of it, you know. A lot of wood, charred oak. See, I can't use that trick, the proof trick. You know, the proof is like a cheating way of doing it because you say, well, this one's 80 proof and this one's 90. So you just think about it and you can kind of detect almost every time the higher proof just by virtue of its strong. You can just taste that it's stronger. So it's almost like you're using the feeling of it more than the taste to win the taste challenge, you see. But here I can't do that because they're both 90. But I am tasting more charred oak. And I don't think Crown Royal is even using charred oak. I think they're using old bourbon barrels from who knows when. And that was it. He basically sunk the entire operation. You know what I'm saying? So these could be redemption rye barrels from 20 years ago. These could be what bourbon does Crown Royal make? Crown Royal. What bourbon do they make? That's a great. I mean Diageo. Yeah, it could be an old Dickel. These could be old Dickel barrels from the 1980s. George Dickel barrels that they shipped to Canada. You say, well, they were charred in 1986. Yeah, they were charred in 86, but by 1988, the char had all worn off and it's just wood. You know, there's only a residual effect of that. And it's so minor and minimal that you may as well say it's not charred. In Scotland, they'll use barrels that's 100 years old to age the scotch. Old bourbon barrels from 1921. True story. Now, they might have to repair the barrel. You know, the metal could be rusted or whatever. You know, the rings, the straps that hold the barrel together. But they got coopers that work over there at Diageo in the Kingdom of Scotland. And they'll fix them, you know. And that's just the way they do it. I think you nailed it already. I think you're right. I get more drunk on wine than booze. Wine is fine, but no, wine is kind of dangerous. I don't mess with a lot of wine. Why do you get the good deals? That's what I'm wondering. Why do we get the good deals? I really don't know. Why? Why are Louisiana liquor prices so ridiculously low? And repeatedly, it keeps happening like Appleton Estate. Everybody else pay $18 to $20 for Appleton Estate. Rum, you know, their signature blend, their mainline blend, flagship. Mathern's had it for $9.99 a few years ago. And I bought it. $9.99. I mean, come on. Bulldog. That's an expensive gin. It's like a craft gin. Bulldog's got this purple black glass bottle. It looks like black, but if you look carefully, it's like dark violet, like the darkest violet on the history of the world, in the history of the world. And it's got this like bulldog collar, and it's a cool looking bottle, man. But that's like a $35 bottle, and I got it for $14.99. The Red Door Gin, it's like $24 at least, 24. Red Door Gin, craft style gin, red glass bottle. I got it for $8.99. I'll repeat that, $8.99 at international market. Now the price went back to $24. I don't know why they had that special. I didn't question it. I bought it. My daughter was like, "Oh man, this stuff is great," and I think she's gonna love the Bulldog. Good morning, B Aviation. Yeah, it is bizarre. All right, so this one's very sweet, but not like you talking about like sickly sweet, disgusting cloy. It's sweet like good sugar. You know, it's sweet. It's really good. I think it's Sazerac, but I'm not sure. Let's go over here again. It's sweet too, though. My friend David was like, "You could tell it's Crown Royal because it's sweet." I said, "Yeah, Okay. I said, okay. I didn't argue with him. He drank Crown Royal longer than I have. But these are both sweet, and they taste like grain. You say sweet grain, meaning rye. Yeah, rye. Do they have other grains in them? Yep, sure do. Crown Royal has 10% other grains. What are they? I don't know. Probably corn, some barley, wheat, perhaps. What about the Sazerac Rye? I don't know what the percentage is. I don't know the blend ratio. Could be 51-49 for all I know. I doubt it. It's probably more like 80% rye and 20% other grains. But I do not know. Tastes like a Sazerac kind of morning. It is easy like Sazerac morning. All right. Every day I do. Okay. Now getting back to planet Earth. Because if it's the way I see it, if it's my time and it's your time, then it's our time. And this is our time. So let's get the pizza and keep the change. All right. I think the Crown Royal is drier in the finish. You say, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. Well, I'm just telling you what I think. This is not mathematics. And I think this one is sweeter. And I think it's a Sazerac. Sing it, Ron. We're on borrowed time. Right. Right. I'm going to sing it when I get down and waiting at Terrapin Station. That's where I catch the train, at Terrapin Station. You say, a train? Yeah, I drive the train. I drive a train. I drive a train. Driving that train high on. All right. Anyway, here we go. Here we go. I'm going to say it's the Sazerac. Oh, two in a row wrong. How you feel, Played? I feel very played. I feel very upset. I feel very disturbed. I'm down with the sickness. No, I feel terrible, horrible, horrible, terrible. I got to, and I'm sitting there talking about, and you know what's the funny thing? You say funny, funny how? Like I'm a clown? It's funny. No, I mean it's funny like how you tell a joke. I mean it's funny because I was talking about the sweet finish, and then Bill was talking about Crown Royal is sweet, 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 and I'm talking about the sweet finish, and I think it's Sazerac and it's Crown Royal, and that was the whole like nexus of the crisis. That we were saying the Crown Royal was sweet and going on about it. And then I'm talking about, oh, it's sweet. It must be Sazerac. But the Sazerac was the one that was dry. Oh, what can I think of as a good excuse for getting it wrong two in a row? Oh, let me see. I'll think of something plausible. Oh, here's a good excuse. I don't have a lot of experience with rye whiskey. I've only purchased a few brands over the last 3 years. So therefore, I cannot be held accountable for getting it wrong. I'm a novice. I have to have more practice. See, these are good excuses for getting it wrong. Now, if I would have gotten it right, I would have bragged about how much of an expert I was. So that's the way I like to do this. If I get it right, it's my fault. See, this is the best way to do it. If I get it right, it's on me. Yeah, I'm just good at tasting liquor, you know. It's just the way I roll. Now, if I get it wrong, I blame it on other circumstances. I don't have enough experience. I'm tired. Oh, a hurricane hit my house. I don't like who the president is. The government's too regulated, you know, so I can blame it on other factors. See, so that's a very good way to approach beer, wine, and liquor reviews and taste challenges. If you get it right, it's your expertise. If you get it wrong, it's other people's fault. And I think that's a good way I think that's the way a lot of Americans live their lives. When things go wrong, it's other people's fault. If you achieve something, it's all on you. It's my time to shine. In this way, You don't have to take any responsibility for anything you do that fails. All right. I think you need to neutralize your palate in between. Well, yes, but it probably wouldn't make a difference. I would like to say that. I need to neutralize my palate. I need bubble gum. Some people say gum, eating a pretzel, but I'll probably still get it wrong. It's it's only your first ever taste challenge. I'll cut you some slack. What? I do taste challenges like 7 days a week. What do you mean? Choking on the whiskey. What do you mean is my first taste challenge? I do 7 of them a week. I've done like 1,000, probably. No, there's no excuse except for the things I listed. No. Cheeses are the best. I can see that. I like cheeses. Okay, well. Sorry, Sazerac. I don't know what to say. I feel shamed. But I'm not. You know what I'm going to have to do? I got a solution. Got 2 in a row wrong. Well, shook me up. But I'm going to persevere. I'm going to endeavor to persevere. I'm going to do that Jack Daniel's Rye. I'm going to do that Woodford Reserve Rye. And when I tell you what I paid, you're going to be angry, jealous, upset, and envious. And I would be upset, envious, jealous, and angry also. Because when you hear the prices, you ain't going to believe it, although it's the truth. Then I'm going to do that Dickel Rye. And when I tell you the price I paid for that bottle, you're going to hate me. I want those who get to know me to be admirers or my enemies. I want those who get to know me to be admirers or my enemies. All right. Well. And I'm going to tell you this very frankly, decisively, and gentilly-ishly. I'm going to do all 3 of those: the Jack Daniel's Rye, the Woodford Reserve Rye, and the Dickel Rye. Will I get them wrong or right? Well, time will tell. Time will tell. I think it's going to be like 2 to 1. I'll get 1 wrong and 2 right. 2 wrong, 1 wrong and 2 right. 1 wrong. Oh, now what's coming up after Rye? Because why I asked why? Just say Bud Rye. Well, it's going to be bourbon, straight bourbon, not crooked bourbon, straight. You say, which one? Which one? Oh, a famous one from a long time ago. It's called George Mckenna. George Mckenna straight bourbon whiskey, no age statement. When I tell you the price, you're going to be so mad. Oh, so very angry. Don't blame me. Blame majority is on U.S. Highway 90 eastbound in Booty. You say, they got a town called Booty? Yeah, it's called Booty. And when I tell you the price, you're just gonna be so angry. And it's a game. It's a game. Redo with Cheez-Its. I could, but I'll never get to. I was just joking. It's just a bad excuse I made up for you. Well, yeah, I may not be good at anything except making excuses. So at least that's something I got going for me. I'm good at making excuses. So you can mark that on your little checklist. Say, well, Louisiana beer reviews, Louisiana whiskey reviews, etc. He's not good at a whole lot, but he's good at making excuses when he fails. And that's something to think about. Thanks for watching this video production.